Hi everybody, I have a little haul video today. So I have two boxes here. One is the more expensive box. I will open that second. This box is from Jet Pens. I'm slightly concerned at the state of the packing, but we'll see. Hopefully everything is okay. So the first thing we have is a Diamine Shimmering ink called Shimmering Seas. Lately I've been really into Diamine Shimmering inks, particularly the ones with gold in them. I don't know why this is a thing for me, but it is. So this is like a navy blue with gold in it, which I thought would be really nice. This pen has pink champagne in it, which has a lot of gold shimmer and a kind of coral colored ink. I really have been enjoying that ink. So I'm hoping that I will like this one just as much. I'm a little concerned because I have Golden Ivy, which is a green ink with gold in it, and it doesn't flow nearly as well or look as good as pink champagne. So I'm not sure what the difference is between all these colors, but because you would think it's the same formula, ink plus shimmer. But anyway, I will swatch that out in a little bit. I've been really curious about these notebooks, so I finally ordered a couple. These are Graphilo notebooks. Oh, they look good. I'm gonna take one out of the package. Oh, they feel good. Good. Oh, pretty stiff. I'm surprised. Oh, they're very stiff. I'm gonna have to break the spine on this. Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting. I was not expecting that. I'm definitely gonna have to break the spine. Okay, good to know. So, I love the Graphilo paper. It's super smooth. This has a 3.5 millimeter grid, which is very slightly smaller than Hobonichi. It's almost the same as Hobonichi Weeks, which has a 3.55 millimeter grid. This is 3.5. So I think I'll be okay to write in it, I hope. I can always double line it, I guess. The size is interesting. It's an A5 Slim. So what I've been wondering is, okay, I think it would stick out a bit in a traveler's notebook cover. So what I've been thinking is I have two options with these notebooks. The first option is to just use it as is, no cover or anything, which I think would be fine. This cover is very sturdy. It's a very stiff cover. Oh, it comes with blotting paper too. Nice. This cover is pretty sturdy. It'll be fine. So that's option one, is just to leave it the way it is. The other option is, I believe the wide cover from Chic Sparrow will fit this notebook. So I think it's the size of a traveler's notebook, but extended, which means I'm pretty sure it will fit these books. So I'm going to try out the size and form factor and see how I feel about it. Now, I have one other option here, which is actually to cut these books in half here, and I can use them sort of as square notebooks. I'm pretty okay with that idea. So if the size doesn't work for me, or for some reason I'm not jiving with these books, I can cut them in half, and then I'll have four small Graphilo notebooks, because typically I go for A6. For comparison, this little book is approximately A6 sized, and so the Graphilo is like a 1/2 inch wider and maybe 3 inches taller. Here is my Hobonichi Weeks. The Graphilo is about 1 inch wider and 1/2 inch taller than a Weeks. The other thing I wanted to compare the size with is a traveler's notebook. This is one I made myself, but I matched the sizes of a standard notebook, traveler's notebook. So the height is actually exactly the same, so that's good. And the width is about 1/2 inch wider, you can see. There. It's about a half an inch, maybe, no, about a half inch. Yeah, I think the A5's, the wide model of Chic Sparrow will fit this nicely, so that will be good. Anyway, on to the main event. Shockingly, those are not it. This is the main event. So Endless Pens announced their Black Friday codes last week. I've been eyeballing this pen for many days. I can't say weeks, it's a new release. And I wasn't gonna get one because it's a Sailor, and we all know Sailor release pens like once a week. But the sale came up, and I'd been thinking I want to try a pen with a larger nib size. And so I went ahead and took the leap. Okay, so this is from Endless Pens. Oh, there's a gigantic sticker. That's cute. That is a big sticker that says Happy Holidays. And a couple of peppermints. That's nice. Some crinkly colored stuff, which is fun. There's only one thing in this box, so let's get it open. Da, 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 da. That's the Zelda song. Da, 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 da. Okay, I don't need cartridges. A little cleaning cloth. And a warranty. We'll just leave that in there. So here is the Christmas time tea time pen. Here it is. Oh, get it out of the plastic. So this is the Sailor Christmas King of Pen model. Oh, this has two cartridges. There's a cartridge in the, cool. There's a cartridge in the pen and a cartridge in the box. That's nice. Oh, look at the nib, it's so big. So what I think is interesting is this cartridge has a white end on it, which I've never seen before. I know Sailor has been doing some different colored plastics in their converters. So that's really fun to see. This has the new Sailor nib on it, which doesn't have the 1911 anymore, it just has the anchor. So here's the pen. So I don't know if you can see, but the cap is an orange shade and the body is red. And the cap has an opaque brown finial, and the Sailor logo is in red. So there's the colors. Here's the pen. Okay, I'm gonna ink this up in a moment, but before I do that, I wanna swatch that shimmering ink. This is my Kakimori brass nib. Oh, it's kind of a royal blue shade. It is definitely it's got some purple to it. Okay, let me hold this up where you can see it. So the gold shimmer is pretty prominent in the writing. Not actually quite so much in the swatch, but it's still drying. It's really pretty. It definitely dries less purple than when it goes down, which I prefer. That's much better. It's a really, really nice dark blue. It doesn't have much sheen. It's just a nice solid blue-black with the gold shimmer, which is exactly what I wanted, so that's awesome. Okay, so speaking of ink books, let's find an ink to go in this pen. So actually, there's not much searching to do. I think I want to use KWZ Grapefruit. That's a really nice, sunny, red-orange shade. I think it'll go really well. So for those of you who haven't seen this before, you can actually fill your converters with a syringe, just so you don't have to worry about getting ink all up in the grip of your pen. Not that it matters that much, but it's nice not to have to deal with cleaning it. Now, I happen to have the Sailor Tea Time ink also on the way. I managed to find it. It's sold out at almost all stores. So I'm not worried about filling this to the brim. And also, look at how big that nib is. Okay, let's do a little comparison here. So this is a Sailor King of Pen, this is a Sailor Pro Gear, which has the Pro Gear size nib. This is absolutely the biggest nib I've ever used. That's awesome. This is a size, it's comparable to a size 30 in pilot sizes, or a Yovo size 8 is, or the standard nib size 8. So that's cool. And then for you big pen fans, this is the Jinhao X59 in the blue color. It's a nice little pen. If you're on the fence, I recommend it. This is a steel nib that's plated, and it is just about the same size as the Sailor. So this is also a size 8 for comparison. Anyway, these pens are super cheap. If you're interested, I say go for it. The only thing is, if you like a finer line weight, this is not the right pen for you. It's just, it's at least a Japanese medium, if not a broad. So if you like, Japanese finer nibs, that's not the nib for you. I actually happen to have some Tomoe River scraps I've been trying to use. So let's do some writing and see what it looks like. So this nib does have a little bit of flex to it. It is a hard, oh, it's not a hard, it's just a regular medium. It does have a tiny bit of flex to it, a super high flow. It's actually a weight that I can work with. Sometimes I have a hard time with medium and larger nib sizes because I do like to write so small. But I'm doing okay with this one, and this red isn't particularly wet as reds are typically, so I really like this. The pen has a very wet flow, which I like, and there is some feedback, as sailors tend to do, but it's not unpleasant. It's beautiful. I am happy to have it in my collection. I finally have a Sailor King of Pen, and it's beautiful. I love this color. Just for your reference, this is the Jinhao X59. $159. I find that the nib size is not, it's actually pretty comparable. It's just too dry for me, actually. Like for a nib of this size, I would expect a better flow than that. And it's not the ink, because I've tried it with other inks that have better flow than this, and it still bothers me. So it's okay. I feel like it's dry, but I can adjust that. So anyway, there she is. I'm very happy with this purchase. I will be using it for Christmas and beyond. I hope that you have enjoyed this little haul. This is actually a pretty big haul for me. Oh, by the way, I got this pen from Endless Pens using their 30% off Black Friday code. It was far more affordable than sticker price. So I encourage you to look at the Black Friday deals if you're interested in something like this. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed looking at the Sailor Christmas Tea pen. It is really beautiful. The gradient from red to orange is really pretty. If you have any questions or comments about this pen, leave them down in the comments down below, and I will see you next week. Bye!